Oh no, what have I done?
912 ambulance, 75-year-old male.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening. In my last two videos, I went over making coffee. I've been making my own coffee for the last month, and I've noticed that the quality is much better than getting coffee at a coffee shop. However, I've noticed that the coffee beans that I've been buying have been roasted weeks, and sometimes even several months before I use them. Over time, these beans lose flavor, requiring the use of more beans for the same amount of flavor. This is why I decided to start roasting my own coffee beans. Roasting coffee beans is an easy and quick process. Almost as easy as hitting that subscribe button. For me, the hardest part of the process was waiting the 24 hours for the flavors to mature after roasting. The first thing you need is unroasted coffee beans. Here I have some from Amazon, and here I have some from Happy Mug Coffee. After some internet sleuthing to learn how to roast coffee beans, I also learned that unroasted coffee beans can be stored for months or even years without a loss in quality. This means that you can save a huge amount of money by buying in bulk. Scrolling through the Happy Mug website, the roasted coffee beans are much more expensive than the unroasted coffee beans. The next item you need is a pan to roast the beans. I prefer a cast iron Dutch oven since it has higher walls, making it easier to stir the beans around. However, I'll be demonstrating with my cast iron skillet since it's easier to show the process. Cast iron cookware is preferable to use since it retains heat better than other cookware. If needed, I'm sure you can roast coffee beans without cast iron cookware, but I haven't tested this out. Let me know in the comments if you do though. A spoon is needed to stir around the coffee beans to make sure they are evenly roasted. I use a wooden spoon since a plastic one might melt, and I don't want to mess up the enamel coating of my Dutch oven with a metal spoon. The next two items that I use are a strainer and a colander. These are to sift the husks from the beans after the roasting process is over. Remember, coffee storage is important. Exposure to sunlight and oxygen ruin the freshness of coffee, and we want to achieve maximum freshness.
Maximum freshness. Maximum freshness.
Also, don't forget about safety. I make sure to handle the cast iron skillet with an oven glove. If you don't have any hands, you might have a hard time drinking coffee with a coffee mug. Safety first. First, we turn the heat on. I use a medium heat to roast the beans. Also, it's really cold, so I took some time to warm up my hands. When you pour in the coffee beans, you want to pour just enough to have an even layer on the bottom of the pan. This time, I made sure to open the bag off camera, unlike my last video. Now you just stir the beans around to make sure they are heated evenly. After some time, you'll hear the beans start to make cracking sounds. Happy Mug writes their roasting instructions based off of the sound to make the process easy to follow. Also, some smoke can occur, but this doesn't cause any issues. I just turn on the hood vent and it all goes away. You'll notice the coffee beans changing color and getting darker. This process is up to personal preference, and this is where you can create truly personalized coffee suited to your unique personal tastes. I personally prefer a darker roast, so I roast to the second set of cracking sounds. These beans look so delicious. I let the beans rest in the pan for a few minutes, then I transfer them to a strainer for the dehusking process. To dehusk the beans, I use the strainer to get the smaller husks out, then I transfer them to a colander for the bigger husks. I repeat this process a few times, and after a few minutes, the husks are removed. Then I put them in my storage container and let the flavor mature over the next 24 hours. The 24 hours lets the coffee beans degas, carbon dioxide and other gases. Additionally, depending on tastes and the beans used, this degassing period can be several days. In my opinion, coffee roasting is all up to your unique preferences and is a very personalized process. You likely have everything you need to roast coffee beans in your kitchen already, but if you don't, I put everything that I use down in the description below. Additionally, I've noticed that I'm saving a significant amount of money by buying unroasted coffee beans and getting more flavor in return. I highly encourage roasting your own coffee beans and developing your own unique coffee tastes. If you roast your own coffee beans, please comment below with your own process and tricks. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day, or night if you're watching this at night. Thanks.